Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Last time someone asked if I could play with a Flash type character, so let's play with our Reverse Flash. I toyed with the idea of using my actual Flash character, but I thought I could show off my new Red Death set of gear. So let me tweak my settings on my side, and then we'll get started. Oh yeah. Hello guys. So let's go play. Today we're going to play the anniversary missions because our little friend here doesn't have his artifact just yet. So let's go get him an artifact. Hello, Valenci. Hello. I saw your question, Valenci. I'm going to answer it in a bit. I haven't seen. If I got $10 from PlayStation, I didn't notice. I would have to check. So the first time you play the Anti-Monitor anniversary missions, you do get an artifact. One of the three new artifacts that were added to the game with the anniversary event.
Seriously bad news. It's hard to turn a profit if everything's been turned to antimatter and gobbled up like popcorn. Some scientists ran into the invasion.
So you can see what the Red Death style, or the speed metal style actually looks like. It looks really neat. This is the regular version. I'm gonna have to craft the enhanced version when I get the chance and once I get the material. Oh yeah. Well, normally his look is something more like this.
The Guardians have brought devices with them from the antimatter universe that target exobytes. We do not want them to have the ability to disable your exobytes. So let's destroy as many of the devices as we can to slow their progress.
After the Red Hood, you have a static armor. I'm not sure if it's after the Red Hood. You have the Fallen God armor. You have obviously Owlman. You have Johnny Quick. You have a whole bunch of stuff after the Red Hood. I thought they did a really good job with the Dark Spectre. I have to wonder if they're going to upgrade. Oh, here's a little fella. Oh, he's much bigger than me. I think they did a really good job upgrading the Dark Spectre suit. I wonder if it's the first step into upgrading other suits. Although, sadly, right now we only got the Dark Spectre suit for one character, right? So I was hoping, I'm hoping that at some point we're going to be able to purchase the new version of the Dark Spectre for other characters. Like I have at least one or two characters that I wish could use that suit. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Basically, the style you can get from the time capsules, you're seeing it right now. Other than the headpiece, now let's try the headpiece. Not too crazy about the headpiece, so I opted to use the black flash instead. No, where's that? There we go. Like the headpiece isn't bad, but there's something bothering me about it. I'm not sure if it's the ears or something. So I decided to go with the black flash headpiece instead. Yeah, well, I guess I could use. Let's see how it looks like with the flash boots. Let's see, flash boots. It's actually not bad. That could kind of work. Uh, we'll see. I'll try to tweak the look a bit. Basically, I just got the chest today, I spend a bit of time opening time capsules and playing the broker. Although right now, guys, the Red Death or the Speed Metal set of gear is really cheap on the broker. Like some of the rare pieces you can actually get for like 1,000,000, and some of the not so rare pieces you can get for like 100,000, 150,000. So if you want to, I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to try it in just a sec. Well, yeah, if you don't have the Black Flash, I guess you use the Speed Metal headpiece. But between the Speed Metal and the Black Flash, I think I prefer the Black Flash. And let's see, as someone suggested, how it looks like in black. As Bruce Wayne would say to Lucius Fox, does it come in black? Oh. And usually the styles look really good in black. Pretty good. Let's see black and red. Ooh, I kind of like that. Pretty cool looking. The shoulders bother me a bit. I may try to replace them with something else. But overall, you can see the style looks really nice. I will probably make a video about it a bit later. You're getting extra marks only from playing missions from the on-duty menu. So if you're playing, and it's only extra marks of victory. So if you're playing missions in the open world, yes, you're not going to get extra marks. And if you're playing missions that give other marks than marks of victory, you're not going to get extra marks. So it's only missions from the on-duty menu. Basically, only missions you have in your on-duty menu right here. Only those missions will give you extra marks of victory, assuming that the missions give you marks of victory to begin with. 1 piece per cap? I'm not sure I understand. Yeah, the shoulders, I'm not too crazy about them. I'll change them later. Let's play some missions. So I probably won't use all the style. I'll probably cherry pick what I like about the style, and I'll try to match it with something else that I think works better. But overall, the style is really nice. I have to say they're doing, as time goes by, they're doing a much better job with the styles. Like the Owlman style was really good. The Batman Beyond style was really good. And even the newest Dark Spectre style, holy crap, it was really good. Oh yeah, it's one piece of gear per. Well, it's not even 1 piece of gear per time capsule. You have a chance. You can either get a piece of gear, you can either get a collection, or you can either get an emblem. Also, you get a whole bunch of exhibits and stuff like that. But roughly, you get either a piece of gear, a collection, or an emblem. The Dark Spectre is the Batman-inspired set of gear that they gave to everyone. They made a new version for 2018, and everyone was given 1 free set of gear with the Dark Spectre style. Sorry guys, I think I probably missed a bunch of chats. I wasn't paying attention while I was fighting the evil Guardian General. There's 3 collections. There's 1 collection where you can get the I forget the anti-monitor aura. I forget what it's called exactly. There's 1 collection where you can get the anti-monitor handpiece enhanced. And there's one collection where you can get a headpiece and a pair of gloves that are inspired by the exobytes.
Ever heard the term
I'm not sure if I still have. Do I still have a time capsule? Not with this character. Decisions. Let's go here. Yeah, the anti-monitor. There's an anti-monitor aura. There's an anti-monitor gloves, enhanced version of the gloves, and there's an exobyte helmet and gloves. Oh, that's all right. So let's see. We probably got a box. What's in the box? Oh yeah. Oh, we did get a time capsule. So just give me a sec. No, no collections. I'm so sad. So if you look in the time capsule, you can see there's the force field material collection. That's a material that's inspired by our friend Brainiac. There's an antimatter cache collection. You can get either the anti-monitor gloves that are enhanced, or you can get the anti-monitor aura that's an aura just around the hands. And there's the exoskeleton cache collection. The exoskeleton is basically a headpiece and a pair of gloves that's inspired by the what's it called? By the exobytes that technically gave us our powers. So these are the collections I was talking about. So one down. Let's do. Oh yeah, let's ask if people want to do the shadow mission. That should do it. On the villain side, sadly, it take a bit sometimes before people actually invite you for the shadow mission. Like those big guys, you really need a group to fight off those guys. No news on the Teen Titans TV show. The last news I saw was a photo with Hawk and Dove. We saw various photos of the guy who's going to play Nightwing. We saw photos of the girl who's going to play Starfire. What else did we see? I think they did cast a Beast Boy also. I don't think I was familiar with the actor they're using. Electric seems to be working fine, although I don't know. I guess I'm doing well no matter what power he uses. But yeah, sometimes some powers are a bit easier to use from time to time. I'll have to admit that. Although from what I understand, they did nerf Electric a bit. Although they're supposed also to have buffed Quantum a bit. And I have to admit, I didn't really notice much of a difference. And for a while I thought it was maybe it was because I wasn't using maybe the powers that they had buffed. Turns out I'm actually using both when I play DPS. I can't really say I saw a difference with Quantum. Well, for Electric, if they're OP, it's only fitting. Electric was underpowered for a long time. So if they can enjoy being a little overpowerful for a bit, well, why not? Obviously, if you're playing a lot of PvP, you're probably unhappy that the Electric got a bit of a boost if you're not playing Electric. But if you're playing PvE, Electric players are going to help your group I have, if you wish, yeah, boy. The only real help, the only real help I need would be to fight the evil big shadows.
The multiple time paradoxes have made this universe irresistible. An endless supply of energy.
Is it? I've been hearing that Sorcerer was really weak for a while. I haven't played Sorcerer that much since the revamp, so I have no idea if it's true or not. But yeah, I find it a bit hard to believe. In the past, what made the sorcery OP for a bit was the pet. The pet were really powerful at some point. I'm a villain. I'm an evil villain who's a villainous. I was barely able to get it for this character. I did not even get it for my multiverse character just yet. My multiverse character is still missing the chest piece. The time capsules. Yeah, they're worth it, and obviously it depends on what you want. If you like customizing the look of your character, and if you like having some really nice styles, yeah, the time capsules are worth it. Obviously, don't open 1,000 of them. You'll be disappointed. But open just enough to be able to get maybe the Red Death set of gear. And even then, right now the Red Death set of gear is really cheap on the broker. Like the speed metal set of gear is really cheap on the broker. For like 10 millions, well, even less. For less than 10 millions, you could get a whole suit, a whole set of Red Death set of gear. So if you go farm out a bit, you should be able to purchase the whole set from the broker for free, technically. And the same with the Kryptonite Aura. I thought the Kryptonite Aura would be really expensive, and they're about 20 millions right now on the broker. That's really not that expensive. I could easily see myself, if I farm the broker at least for a bit, I should be able to purchase the Kryptonite Aura at least on one, if not two characters. So I guess this weekend I may decide not to make too many videos this weekend, and I may decide to farm the broker to try to get some auras. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. The Dark Batman emblems are sold in the vendor for the Anti-Monitor event. They are selling the Batman, the Red Death emblems. So if you want to have the Red Death emblem, you can purchase it from the Anti-Monitor event. I think it's 75 Quadrant Crowns or something like that. So if you do want, actually I have it on this character. Let me show you. Oh, let's try and find a nice chest piece. Too many chest pieces cannot support an emblem. It's so sad. There we go. So here you can see the Red Death emblem. It's a little small because I don't have the Stalwart Defender chest on this character. Technically, I would use this emblem, but as you see, it's a little too small. If I ever get the Stalwart Defender chest, I may decide to use this emblem instead. But for now, the chest, this chest piece does the trick well enough. The caps won't really help you with for a quantum character. By the caps, I mean again, I assume you mean the time capsules. They wouldn't really help you. They mostly help you to get the styles, emblems, that kind of stuff. And at level 16, there's a lot of yeah, the time capsule gives you some gear, but at level 16, you gain gear fast enough that you don't really need the gear from time capsules just yet. No, that's not the enhanced. That's even the best part. Like, this is not even the enhanced version. This is the regular version. So imagine how much better the enhanced version will be. Because Iris, yeah, I vaguely remember you. Let's see if we can ask people for. Well, the time capsules don't really help you for your style or for your powers or anything. They help you to get styles. They help you to get items to customize the look of your character. They don't really help your character per se. And for the gear, at level 16, as I mentioned, like you said, your character was level 16. At level 16, you will gain a lot of gear really fast. So let's say you get a set of gear from the time capsules right now. Yeah, right now the gear you would get from time capsules would be better than probably anything you have on your character right now. But in like 10 minutes, you would probably get new gear as you level up your character. That would be better than the gear you just got from time capsules. So at level 16, it wouldn't really help your character. It would help you to customize the look of your character if you want, but it doesn't really help your character being more powerful or anything like that. Thank you, Alexandre. That's alright. So let's see if we can shout for an invite again. Sadly, getting invited on the villain side, a little more difficult because there's not as many players, sadly. Black, I haven't seen. You need help to level up your Zeus? I guess. Not really. I've just used whatever red I usually use. I didn't try to get the official black Red Death colors. I may try to find the colors for. I'll probably make a Red Death video. Not sure if I'll do it today or tomorrow. So when I make my Red Death video, I'll probably try to see if I can match the colors. We'll see. Oh, well, have a nice weekend at your grandma's, Sasa Alik. Good gear to make up for using Quantum. Quantum is a good power. I'm not sure why you want to make up for using Quantum. But the thing is, the good gear, especially at level 16, the gear you get from mission is about as good as you're going to get at this point. The problem with the gear from time capsules is that the gear from time capsules scale to the level of your character. So if your character is level 16, you're going to get level 16 gear from the time capsules. And as soon as your character gets to level 17, you're going to get level 17 playing missions. So very quickly, your time capsule gear that was like level 16 will be obsolete. So at level 16, I wouldn't worry too much. Just play the missions. You will get your gear, and once you reach level 30, then we can start talking about upgrading the gear of your character. There's a few steps you could do once you reach level 30 to increase the combat rating of your character a bit. I have a few videos. I have a video with my Batman Beyond character once he reaches level 30 that kind of explains what to do once you reach level 30 to sort of give a little boost to your character. I see Space Jam too, so I guess I missed part of the conversation. Sorry guys, I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, for the colors, for the Red Death, it's somewhat what Sauce Lake is describing. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat as I play, so if you see me punch an empty air, that's probably why.
The device and report back to base.
You're going to get Prometheum log boxes every 6 hours of gameplay, even before you reach level 30. So roughly, how it works is that for every 6 hours of gameplay, you get a Prometheum log box. I guess I'm gonna have to be a bit extra careful. Crap. Space Jam 2, well, I'm not sure what I was referring to. Oh, well, let's collect a few rewards. So it would seem the tough part will be to get all the shadows. Well, let's go back to our friend. My favorite Flash season? It has to be season 1. Season 1 was so good, and season 2 was good as well, but nowhere near as good as season 1. And pretty much any season that followed wasn't as good as season 1. But season 1 was it was very good on so many levels. The whole mystery about who Harrison Wells was, the whole mystery about who the man in the yellow suit was, and it turns out they were one and the same guy. So the season 1 they really hit a home run with season 1, and they weren't able to reproduce that again for the following seasons. Don't buy Prometheum log boxes. Open them if you get them for with your subscription. You can open Prometheum log boxes for free, and that's the only time that it's worth opening the Prometheum log boxes. The stuff you get from Prometheum log boxes is next to useless. It's you get a style, you get sometimes you'll get a cola or something, but that's really not worth spending any money to open them. Sure, yeah, boy. What's your character's name? Actually, let's see first if we can. Ah. So the first Flash season was by far, far the best. So let's wait for our friend Yaboy to give us his character name. Or you can try and invite my character Yaboy if you want. So in here, the only thing I really need right now is the shadows, the big shadows. So either we could try and fight the big shadows, but not really a good idea. Or ideally, this is probably the better option, preventing those little shadows. Ah, crap. Oh, let's switch to healer. Let's wait. Ah, crap. Where's our friend Speedy? That was nasty. I knew there wasn't many villains, but holy crap! Didn't realize there were so few villains right now. Well, that wasn't pretty, but we managed to get it done. Oh, Dr. Light. There is a feat if you help out some iconics like our friend Dr. Light here.
Stay sharp. Earth is counting on us.
Well, he did have his own villains in the first season of Arrow, like Malcolm Merlin, the magician, is a oh. There's a shadow demon here, although just the two of us, that might be prove to be a bit difficult. Let's switch back. I can't yet. But Arrow did have his own villains in the first season. Malcolm Merlin the Magician is a typical Arrow villain. And technically Deathstroke more or less became a villain around the time when Green Arrow was a mayor in the comic. But yeah, then they started using Ra's al Ghul and a couple of other villains that could be considered Batman villains. Oh yeah. That's 3. Only one more. I didn't realize we were also helping our friend Killer Frost. Ah, she's so sweet. Oh, she gives us the thumbs down. She's so mean. Okay, so only one more and we'll be good to go. Oh, what do you know? It just started again. It started again, Speedy. Let's switch DPS. I'm not doing enough. I can't. Oh crap. Not sure we can do it, the two of us. Let's see. I think there's a lot of things that changed their plans with Arrow. Like the lady who was playing Black Canary previously. I think there was some let's say tragedy. Like I think her father passed away or something. So I think that's why they killed off her character, and we only saw her once in a while for a bit. I think her father had just passed away, and she probably needed some time off or something. So they killed off her character, and they created a new Black Canary. But then I guess at some point they decided to have her back in the show. But in Arrow, one of the great things about Arrow is that they had to change their plans quite a lot. Like originally they were using the Suicide Squad, and they pretty much made the Suicide Squad pretty popular. But sadly, with the movies, they had to change their plans. Like at some point, they could not use Suicide Squad anymore. They could not use Deadshot anymore because Will Smith was playing Deadshot. They were planning to use Harley Quinn, and then at some point they were told that they could not use Harley Quinn because she was going to be in the Suicide Squad movie. So they had to change their plans quite a lot. Like you may remember, like in the first season, there was this lady who was playing Huntress. The reason why we never saw her again at some point is because she got a job on an other TV show. So if they had plans with her, well, they had to change their plans to accommodate the fact that they couldn't use her after all. So with Black Canary, it seemed they seems to have hit some sort of similar situation where they had they probably had plans with the original lady who was playing Black Canary, and then they had to change their plans at some point, and then they brought her back into the show, but they already had another Black Canary, and by then they also already had the whole romance with Oliver and Felicity. So there's a whole bunch of circumstances that led to Oliver being with Felicity as opposed to being with Black Canary. Bronze Tiger was part of the Suicide Squad, I think. So no Suicide Squad, no Bronze Tiger. I think it's 230 or something in that range. So sadly, guys, a healer and a tank, that's going to be a long fight. We should be able to survive quite a bit, but we're not going to be able to do a lot of damage. No, I don't think they would have Felicity being a Black Canary. They already have two Black Canary. That actually technically they already had three Black Canary. And even technically, they already had four Black Canary if you count Black Siren. So I don't think they would go with for another Black Canary. That's anyone else but one of the actresses who already played the role before. Like right now, they have Dinah Drake, who's Black Canary. So and they have Black Siren, whom I strongly suspect at some point she may become a new Black Canary or something. No, I don't think there will be a show with Bronze Tiger. My guess is that Bronze Tiger was part of technically of the package deal with the Suicide Squad on the TV show, and the TV show cannot use a Suicide Squad. So I would strongly think that they cannot use Bronze Tiger either anymore. So I don't think we'll see a Bronze Tiger TV show. Heck, at some point there were rumors of maybe a Deathstroke TV show, and now we know that that's not going to happen because they want to make a movie with Deathstroke. So sadly, it's a bit ridiculous. One of the main point, like technically the DC TV shows and the movies are separate, and the whole point is that supposedly they're doing that so that they can each be independently creative. I heard something weird. Oh, there he is. Did you witness his brilliance? We have Dr. Light right there. He's right there. We may go help him afterwards. Add Thor to this game? I don't think that would be a good idea. Even technically Thor is a mythological character. So yeah, they could create their own. Actually, they do have their own version of Thor. It's called One-Jida or something like that. But even though Thor is a mythological character, having a Thor in this universe online would only be running after trouble. Even if technically they could do it. Thank you, Squid. Making a new hero with built with power. Uh, if you want to be able to almost solo anything, Ice could be a good power. If more Atomic actually is pretty good also. Um, the only drawback with playing a tank is that most of the time people will tell you we don't need a tank, switch to DPS. But that happens with pretty much every role.
Archons are endlessly annoying. Perhaps the Society can study them and use that research against our enemies. That is, if we don't all end up in the Anti-Monitor.
Oh, it's nice of you guys to say. It's much appreciated.
To our forward base.
So I guess now we only have to do the 8-player. Oh, I'm not the leader. Oh, it says uh, people kept on complaining about mental. I'm not sure how big of a boost they gave mental. Let's try and invite our friend first. That was quick. They say mental and gadgets are OP now. I'll have to give it a try. I haven't played mental a lot since the game update. Since in game update, the powers I play the most is quantum. I played electric a bit. I've been playing ice quite a bit lately. I've been playing fire a bit also. Gadget I played quite a bit. Although I don't play the optimal version of Gadget, I played like what I call the roleplay version. Basically, I'll play like a Batman character with various powers that kind of look like Batman, as opposed to trying to use the best Gadget abilities there is. Well, sadly, the next DC movie is Aquaman. So unless you want to watch the Teen Titans Go movie, which I would be surprised, but you never know.
It's Waller. I'm taking over this situation. This team is now operating under Suicide Squad's authority. I've recruited some members of Task Force X to assist. Get the job done.
So if you're waiting for DC movies, sadly it won't be for a while. Although there is the Black Lightning TV show that's going to play next week, I think. So I know it's not a movie, but the CW TV shows have been really good. Yeah, they do have certain issues, but overall they're usually doing a good job. Oh, we have a nice Sinestro here.
Oracle, don't get in my way.
So hopefully Black Lightning will be good.
That I do not just consume.
Not exactly thrilled about working with you either, buddy, but desperate times call for really, really desperate measures. Gang, join the Flash, Zoom, and the others to kick some anti-monitor butt. the
Hey, there's my friend Zoom.
he's created. Hopefully, that will weaken him enough.
While those saps get stuck with the busy work, the rest of us get to have fun destroying stuff. Go make some mayhem.
If I like black people, sure.
Your universe stands no chance.
Lucky shot. Punk.
There's rumors that there's a new Arkham game in the works. I have no idea if it's true or not.
Wipe that smug look off his oversized face.
Could be also that they're making a new, like maybe they're porting the Arkham game to a new platform. I have no idea. But there are some pretty strong rumors that a new Arkham game is in the works, but no idea if it's actually true or not. I would go with Ice. Ice, if you have a whole bunch of shields, you can survive anything. I guess if you want to play tank more, I'd go with Ice. If you want to play DPS more, Ice is good DPS as well, but I would probably go with Fire in terms of DPS. But either way, both work fine. I don't have any myself. I barely have any money right now to purchase the thing I need. So sorry about that. Can't give you what I don't have. Gotham is pretty uneven. They it's not as bad as it was the first season, but they have a hard time trying to decide if they want to be a police procedural TV show or if they want to be a TV show about supervillains.
From reaching the anti-monitor.
Sometimes they're very campy, almost like a Batman and Robin TV show with a whole bunch of villains. Sometimes they're trying to be like a CSI type of TV shows, and sometimes they're trying to be a little bit of both. Ironically enough, when they try to be a bit of both, that's probably when the show suffers the most, because you get two different tones in the same episode, and it ends up being very uneven. As opposed to if they decide to go full-blown supervillains or full-blown police TV show, then at least the tone is consistent. The wacky supervillain episodes are probably the better ones, as opposed to when they try to be a serious police drama. But roughly, it's as if they when they started the TV show, they just wanted to do a cop show. And then when at some point they realized that, holy crap, we're doing a Batman TV show without Batman. We have to have supervillains in it.
I didn't see your name on the guest list.
It's as if they realized that they had to have supervillains in the TV show to make up for not having Batman in the show.
Shocking no one.
So and they've been fighting this tug of war ever since. Although it's been a bit better for the past season or two. They've sort of embraced the idea of having a wacky show with wacky supervillains. So that makes the show a bit more even. Oh, I love Arrow. I think in all the right now, like when we had the first season of The Flash was my favorite TV show of the bunch. But this season, Arrow is by far my best, my favorite series of the bunch. Especially with the last episode that we had before the holidays. Holy crap! Like the mid-season finale. Especially the ending of the mid-season finale, that was awesome. And it made a lot of sense.
Flash, soon. It's now or never.
Captain Obvious.
Bruce Wayne is portrayed in the, well, they pretty much painted themselves in a corner. Like basically they're doing a Batman TV show where they don't want to have Batman, so we're stuck with young Bruce Wayne, who's what 16.
Well,
Like he started the show, he was like what 12, and now he's probably what 16.
The anti-monitor might be gone, but don't break your arm patting yourself on the back. There's still profits to be made and power to be gained, and that's going to be hard to do with all these Guardians and Shadow Demons.
Well, let's give a little bow to everyone because let's give a thumbs up too.
I've calculated.
But with Bruce Wayne, they wrote themselves in a corner. They have a Batman TV show where they don't want to have Batman, and they were repeating some of the beats that we had in Batman Begins already. But they're having Bruce Wayne preparing to be Batman, knowing that he'll never be Batman in the show.
Go even further, but he's correct. I checked the numbers. The speedsters bought us time, but we have no way of knowing for how long. And puns are my thing.
Oh, let's complete this. Oh yeah. So let's go back. I think we can go back and collect a reward. So let's try and do that. And of course, this year they tried to have Bruce Wayne act like a brat or something, which I guess would kind of make sense from a certain point of view, but they may have overdone it a bit. I'm not sure I would say that, but I understand that Christopher Nolan has a lot of fans, so I get where this is coming from. So let's see what's in the box. Oh, my gear is a little broken. Oh, let's go for the chest piece. Ooh, holy crap, we're lucky with collections today. And I got really lucky the other day with my evil Ultraman, so I'm gonna have to make a video about that. Let's see which artifact do we give our little guy here. That's the supercharged one. Nah, and then this controller. So I guess we're pretty much have to go with the supercharge. And at some point I'm gonna have to run the artifact mission with this little guy. And I have a whole bunch of stuff that I have to sell. I'm gonna have to spend some time playing the broker. It happens. Falling asleep at work, it happens, especially if you had a long night. So I think we're just going to go back to our base, relax a bit, re-imprint armories, but that's probably going to be it for now. Oh, I guess our friend left. Oh, I'm so sad now. So let's go back to our base. Yeah, I liked Smallville. I watched only the first. I watched the first season, then I watched a few episodes of the second season. But like for some reason, at some point, my roommate had the box set for the first season, so I pretty much binge watched the first season. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty much almost like watching the X Files again with the Monster of the Week episode. It was a pretty fun. It was a pretty fun. Well, a pretty fun season and a pretty fun show. But then for season two, once first they changed the formula, and also I was working a lot, so I was only watching TV once in a really long while, and oh, sorry about that. So basically the second season of the Flash of Smallville, I was working a lot, so I only caught an episode once in a while. So and also like at the time we didn't have my roommate didn't have the box set. I was working a lot. I wasn't watching much TV, so I barely was able to catch an episode here and there, and that's pretty much what I did for pretty much the rest of Smallville. I never watched a complete season after season one. Whenever there would be an episode playing on TV, I would watch it. But I ended up missing a lot of episodes because of that. And I never went back to try to watch like all the previous seasons. So I saw episodes here and there, and I saw like the season finale, or I saw like the episodes where they had the Justice League of America. Hello, that old guy. So I liked Smallville, but not enough to try and find the box set to watch the whole thing. So I would watch an episode here and there, and that pretty much was it. Um, I liked the original Star Wars. I'm a big fan of the first two movies. More, yeah, the first well, the first three movies, but especially the first two. The third movie, obviously, the Ewoks was a big issue, and even way back when. Although I haven't seen Star Wars as it came out, I saw it like I saw the first Star Wars in theaters. I saw the second Star Wars Empire Strikes Back in a movie drive-in or something, and we didn't even go to see Empire Strikes Back. Like we with the whole family we went to see. I don't even remember what the film was. We went to see another film, but on another screen, Empire Strikes Back was playing. So at some point, I got out of the car. I went to sit. At the eons ago, when you went to movie drive-ins, you had these little posts where you had this little speaker attached to the post. You would put the speaker in your window, and that's how you had the sound to be able to watch the film. So I went to the screen where they were showing Empire Strikes Back. I sat down on the ground, holding the little speaker in my little hands, and that's how I watched Empire Strikes Back. And when Return of the Jedi came out, so somehow I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it like uh, years later, either on TV or on video on VHS. Yeah, I'm an old guy. VHS is what we watched way back when. The prequels, the prequels had a few good bits here and there. Like the best part of the prequels, like things like Darth Maul. Sadly, I'm good, Salt guy. So the prequel, not a big fan of the prequels. There's a few nice bits here and there, but overall, really not a fan of the prequels. Really didn't like Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I felt like I was watching a lesser version of the original Star Wars. I kind of liked Rogue One a bit, even though it was really uneven. The music was jarring a bit. It was a little bit all over the place, but overall the movie was okay. And the last scene with Darth Vader, I'm not going to spoil it, but you guys will know what I mean. The last scene with Darth Vader was so awesome that it pretty much turned what was an okay movie into a great movie. Just that it's only like a 2 minute scene at the end, but holy crap, it made the film it elevated the film so much that it was awesome. And for the Last Jedi, I really didn't like the Last Jedi. Basically, I hate what it did to Luke Skywalker. I hate so many things in the Last Jedi that I really I think I'm pretty much done with Star Wars film. Sadly, that was enough to convince me that whatever they're trying to do with Star Wars ever since they decided to make new films, it's not going to be for me. As for my favorite character besides Batman and Superman, that's hard to tell. I would have to say the Flash. The Flash is most likely it. It's okay if you. I'm glad you enjoyed it, but for me, I really didn't like it. I hated what they did with Luke Skywalker. I hated so many things in that film that I'm trying not to talk about stuff I don't like because there's too much people complaining online. Especially lately, you should see all the complaints there is on the forums about the free gifts we got. But for the Justice League movie, I made a whole video about that. Overall, I didn't like it very much either. Basically, way back when with Man of Steel, it was obvious when I saw Man of Steel, it was obvious that what they were trying to do with Superman, it wasn't for me. They it was for they were trying to reach for a new audience, and I wasn't that audience. And they were also trying to deconstruct Superman. They were trying to create a new Superman sort of for a new generation. And so I didn't really like it. The same with BVS. Again, I could probably go on a long rant about those films, but overall, the Zack Snyder universe of DC Universe movies, I I, I didn't like it. The Han Solo movie, we hear a lot of not so good rumors about it, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with Han Solo. It's a little strange that we didn't see a single trailer just yet, but oh well. Well, Black Panther has like enhanced strength, enhanced abilities, enhanced. So technically, if you remove everything, all their gadgets, and just hand to hand, I would have to say Black Panther because of he's going to be stronger, faster, more agile, and all that. Well, they with Star Wars, they disrespected Luke, they disrespected Star Wars, they disrespected the fan. It was like a big fu to fans, and and also it's almost as if they trolled the fan. It's crazy the way they were flippant about the whole thing. It's as if they were trying on purpose to troll and piss off the longtime Star Wars fan. I don't honestly, Mirage. At this point, I don't even care about Episode 9. I strongly believe that I'm done with Star Wars. Solve guy, I do play with subscribers sometimes. Whenever you guys want to play. Of course, obviously, if I'm in the middle of making a video, obviously I'm not going to play with some people. Like if I'm trying to make a video about, let's say, the Red Death set of gear, obviously if you guys are trying to invite me while I'm trying to make that kind of video, I'm not going to say yes. But as a rule of thumb, like if you look at some of the past live stream, you'll see that during live stream, it's not rare that I'll play with people. So sure, if you guys want to play, I'm trying to think of a way that we could possibly try to arrange something where we could possibly play raids or like 8 player missions, a whole bunch of us together. But it gets complicated. It gets complicated because not everyone has the same combat rating. So if you have people who are combat rating 200 and people who are combat rating 50, then you have to play missions that the combat rating 50 have access to. If you want to play missions. And also, if there are people who are legendary and there are people who are premium or people who are free to play, and not everyone has access to the same content, how do we manage that? So, trying to get a whole group together who has access to all the same things and we need to play the same missions, it's a little tricky. But if you guys have suggestions on how we can pull it off, sure, I'd be more than happy that, I don't know, Friday could be Friday where we actually play 8 players together doing a whole bunch of missions. Um, if you guys have any suggestions about that, I'd like to hear that. The Speed Force material, either you get it from the marketplace, or you get the time capsules from the marketplace, and you hope to get lucky to get it from the marketplace. It's pretty much the only 2 options you have. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. For a bit, it depends on what your gear is. It depends on what part of the game you're at. It could be that the Dark Spectre gear brought your combat rating a little higher than the gear you have access to right now. It happens. Which capsule is it? I think it's the team up timed capsule for the Speed Force material. But you're gonna have to open a lot of them. Like I opened, I don't know, at least 200 team up time capsules, and I had to buy the collection of I had to buy the bullet and buy the collection and the broker, I think. So if you want the Speed Force material, you're gonna have to open a lot of time capsules before it happens. So I wouldn't really suggest that you do that, but if you don't have access to the marketplace, it's pretty much the only option you have. So I think that's going to be it, guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to be making videos this weekend. Basically, there's a few things I need or I would like to purchase on the broker. So I think this weekend I'm gonna have to do the most despicable thing in the world. I'm gonna have to play the broker. So I'm gonna have to farm and farm for collections, try and sell those collections on the broker, and try to gather whatever cash I need in order to be able to get a few items from the marketplace. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see how that works out. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be making videos this weekend. Although I do have a few videos that I want to make. Basically, like earlier this week, I had like a handful of videos already that I was trying to make or that I wanted to make, and then we got the anniversary event with a whole bunch of new stuff, and that pretty much derailed all my plans. So I still have a handful of videos that I was planning to make, that I still am planning to make. So maybe I'll try to make them this weekend. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. So that's going to be it for now, guys. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.